I'm Elizabeth Hahn-Lawrence. I'm here with DIYStyle. Today we're going to be making this braided headband with different attachable and detachable decorations. In addition to this flower decoration, we're also going to learn how to make 2 rosettes that you can decorate your headband with as well. Here's a couple of other examples of different braids and colors and decorations you can put on your braided headband. You can get flowers from a craft store, or you can make them out of the fabric that you're using for the headband. So for this project, you're going to need the Velcro sew-on coin, as well as any sort of knit t-shirt or polo shirt or fabric that you may want to use for the colors that you choose. What we're going to do is cut the fabric into 1 to 2 inch strips. And you want to make sure that you have a knit that's going to curl into itself when you tug on it, so that it gets a nice clean line for you to braid. Then we're also going to use triangles of fabric to make the decoration, the flower for your headband. So we're going to start, this is the bottom of a shirt, a polo shirt that I got at the thrift store. And we're going to want this whole length because you want your braided portion to be at least 15 inches long. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold this in half so I can get it all cut with one slice. Just match your edges together. Use your ruler and a rotary cutter if you have one. And I'm going to measure about 1.5 inches. The width of your strip will determine the width of your braid. So if you want a thinner braid, maybe only use 1 inch wide strip. And you're going to need one edge is going to have to be cut at the seam so that you have a strip like this. You're just going to tug it so that the strip curls into itself. So now that you have your 3 strips, what you're going to do is tie them together, leaving enough length for your headband to be tied around your head. But you only need the length on one color, so you can choose whatever color you'd like to use. I'm going to leave the teal longer. Just about maybe 10 inches length. Make sure it's nice and tight. There you go. Now you have them all knotted together. You can trim these edges off so that they're not poking out when you have it tied. Okay, so then you're going to need a surface or something to pin this to so that you can get a nice, clean, tight braid. I'm going to use my dress form here so I can stick my pin in it. So just stick your pin in here so it's nice and tight, and then just start your braid. So now that you have 15 inches braided, you're just going to tie a knot in the end the same way you did whenever you started. So then you can choose what color you want hanging down here, if you want the same color or a different color. I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to leave the black long and cut the other colors off here. And these you can use to make another headband, or you can use for some of the decorations, which is what we're going to do today. Okay, so now that you have your headband braided, you can work on making the flowers and rosettes. So this is the sleeve of the shirt that we had used to cut the strips out of. I like this striped look on here, so I'm going to use this to make the flower. I already have 3 cut out here, so I just need 2 more. You need 5 to make your flower. So if you have a cutting square, that would be perfect. If not, you're just going to need a 3.5 inch square. Okay. Now that you have that cut, use your ruler to cut the square in half so that you have your triangles. All right, so you just need a needle and thread, and you're going to take one at a time your petals and attach them together. You're just going to do a real big running stitch just to get together. And you're going to get the other one, and you just attach the other 3 the exact same way. Once you have all 5 petals gathered together, you want to attach the first one to the last one. Just stitch it right into where you had your first stitch. On the back side, just knot it so that it stays in place. So now we're going to make a rosette for the center of your flower. So I'm going to use the scrap piece of black knit for the center rosette on this. So it's already curled together. What you're going to do, start at the end and just curl it into itself. You're going to continue to wrap it, twisting the fabric as you go to give it the rosette shape. You'll just do this until you get the desired size for the center of the flower. Okay, that looks like a good size. I'm going to trim the edge, tuck the edge underneath, and use your needle and thread to stitch the rosette together. So you're going to start putting it right at the edge and just poke it through and just keep going back and forth through the center, catching all of the loose ends until your rosette is securely attached to itself. So once your rosette is securely attached, you're just going to finish it off at the bottom with a couple of knots so it's nice and secure. Then using the same thread without cutting it, you're going to set it in the center of your flower and attach it securely to the center. You're basically just going to want to go to the back and back up through the front. And your thread is going to get hidden inside the fabric, so you don't have to worry about switching colors of your thread to match. So once you're done with the rosette securely attached to your flower, make sure your needle is in the back, and you're just going to, again, knot it so that it stays secure. So now we're going to use the Velcro sew-on coin to attach the flower to the braid. Using the same thread that you had attached with your rosette, just place it in the center. You're just going to do an easy stitch to secure the coin, same way that you secured the rosette to the flower. Just go up and down from the front and the back. And now you want to attach the soft part of your Velcro to your headband. That way, if you don't want to use your decoration, you just want it braided, you'll have the soft part on your face so it won't hurt. So you just want to find the correct placement, about 3.5 inches from the edge. You're just going to securely attach it the same way that you attach the Velcro on the back of your flower. So once you have the loop portion of your Velcro sewn to your braid, you can attach your flower. Now that you know how to make a rosette, you can also use other scrap pieces to make different colored rosettes, attach your Velcro, and you can switch out your decoration. For written instructions for this project and others, visit DIYStyle.net. And for other accessories by JustLiv, visit justliv.etsy.com.